Coronavirus not the only disease that we're watching in South Africa. Once the epicenter of South Africa's COVID-19 epidemic, KZN, is now at the heart of an outbreak of a different kind. Minister of Agriculture Thoko Didiza this week declared municipalities in the province hit with foot and mouth disease as part of a disease management area. That means that the movement of the animals, their products and genetic material into or out of the zone is banned. So far, 12 locations have been placed under quarantine. For more on this, we're joined by veterinarian for the KZN Department of Agriculture, Dr. Themba Skakane. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. For those of us who are not in your field, please do us a favor and explain exactly what foot and mouth disease is and how it spreads.
Morning to the listeners, to the viewers. Foot and mouth is a viral disease that affects cloven hoof animals. It spreads on contact of saliva or any other things like feces or fomites that animals might be in contact with. It's an economic disease. It's got low mortality, but the impact is economical because your countries that use your products, they stop importing your products if you've got foot and mouth. And currently, yes, you just stop there, yes?
Well, tell us about this economic impact. How is this going to impact the province's meat industry, and just how contagious is this virus? How fast will it spread?
It's one of the most speedily spreading diseases. It's one of the quickest spreading diseases in the world. That's the problem with foot and mouth. The biggest problem with it is that countries that normally we export, like South Africa, we export a lot of products from here into SADC. Not only meat, your milk products, your cheese, products like those. Now, countries like that import from us, like Botswana, have already blocked our imports and taking our products because of this outbreak. So it has an economic impact on the country. So it's quite important for that reason.
Now that we've pinpointed the problem, Dr. Skakane, how do we control the outbreak, prevent it from spreading to other provinces, and how do we snuff it out completely so that we can start exporting again?
This is not the first outbreak we've dealt with in KwaZulu-Natal. The last one was 2011. Before that one, the other one was 2000 in Camperdown. The last one was in Chosin, just north of this one, in 2011. Our strategy basically is, because we've identified the last month, we've been trying to ascertain how big is the problem and where is the problem. We've scoped, we've bled, we've sampled, and we've ascertained where is the problem and how far it has spread. We now know where is the problem exactly. And hence we had confidence to ask the minister now to gazette the areas affected. The strategy with foot and mouth is to stop movement of animals so that you contain the spread of the disease, because this is only spread when animals are moved.
Yeah.
The cloven hoof animals. So the strategy is to contain it by stopping the spread of the movement of animals. And then, as a last resort, you can vaccinate against it to stop the spread. But at the moment, we're implementing a very stringent control measure on movement of animals.
How effective are those vaccinations, Doctor? I hear foot and mouth disease is a highly variable virus. So how effective are those vaccinations?
They work. They work. If you consider that the last outbreak we had in Chosin in 2011, we vaccinated about 160,000 animals at that stage. Today, when we bleed that area, we pick up not even a single case in that area that we vaccinated. So they are highly effective, because when people talk about foot and mouth, they talk about controlling it over 25 years. But in less than 10, 11 years, we've managed to clear out Chosin. So it's proven that they are quite effective. But it's a combination of factors. It's movement control, stringent movement control measures, and as a last resort, vaccinations. But it can be done. We've proven that it can be done before.
Dr. Skakane, a lot of people will be asking whether our meat is safe to eat now that this foot and mouth disease has been spotted. And will the meat prices be impacted at all?
I don't know about the price. I'm not an economist, but the meat is safe to eat. We have no knowledge of any adverse effects or disease that is caused by foot and mouth on human beings so far. So the meat is safe to eat. As I've said, that foot and mouth is a disease. It's an economical disease. It blocks you from exporting your products, and your trading partners don't want to take your products. So it's more of an economic loss than anything.
Well,
Yes.
Dr. Skakane, you're a man of many powers. I'm sure you can make sure that our meat prices don't increase because of the foot and mouth disease,
We'll
even
try.
though you're not an economist. The veterinarian for the KZN Department of Agriculture, Dr. Stemba Skakane, joining us on Newslink.